Next key point was to invest in you, invest in yourself, um, and that personal skills are more important than technical skills. So, for example, rather than worrying about having the top of the range and the most expensive camera, don't splash out on equipment. You can probably easily get by with a much cheaper camera, for example. So rather than splash out on the really expensive gear, um, instead spend money on courses, for example, and things that will improve you, uh, not just as a photographer, but as a person as well. So not just like photography workshops or photography courses, but also um, like business courses, um, anything related to business, networking, communication, any personal skills. Um, they're much more important than like say than technical skills. Also, another interesting point that was made was um, these days it's not so much about what you know or who you know. These days it's more about who knows you. So um, anything you can do to sort of to get your name out there and make it easy for people to find you um, is beneficial. Now, obviously, you've also got to do what I said earlier about being proactive in finding work, but um, anything you can do to um, get people to know you really helps as well. And that is actually one of the reasons why I've started this vlog. Um, Obviously, that shows more of who I am, and I guess over time will help get people to know me as well. It's also a reason why I'm going to be in the process now of changing my website. My website is currently chrisgphotography.com because initially when I built it, I think I was a little bit wary of putting my actual name on it, and I also thought because my name can be a bit confusing sometimes, and the way it's spelled, people would think it's gouge, but it's googe. And if I say googe, people would spell it, how do you spell that? People would probably spell it Goo, but it's Gouge. So I thought that would be confusing, but I've learnt now over time that it's really important to get your name out there. So I am in the process now of changing my website to chrisgooge.co.uk. And then just some other final little points to finish off with, which I thought were interesting, was one was to follow everyone related to your target audience or your potential clients you want to work with. Follow everyone related to them and related to that field. So on Twitter or Instagram, whatever it is, any potential clients you want to work with, follow them all, and not just say the brands, but the photo editors and all of those people. And this is obviously something that's going to take a lot of time. It's going to be time consuming. It's going to take a lot of research and a lot of digging, but it was stressed that it's absolutely key, and it's something that is really vital and will also really benefit you. And again, this is something I need to get around to doing. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I know I should do. But I guess because it is time consuming, I haven't got round to starting it yet. Which again isn't good enough. So that's something I'm now going to start doing. The key point from this is that apparently it takes 7 direct touches, 7 direct points of contact with a client to actually get noticed. So if this is a potential client you want to work with, if you're following them on Twitter, for example, and follow them on Instagram and their email and all that as well. If you then start engaging with them, obviously they're not going to notice you the first time you message them. They probably get a lot of message, but by commenting on their Instagram, by replying to something they tweet, little things like that here and there, eventually they're going to notice you. So then when you actually go in for that pitch, they'll say, oh yeah, I remember that person, I've noticed him messaging quite a lot, and you're much more likely to get a successful response then. Another thing was just to literally just start now. Whether you feel it's the right time or not, or whether you feel you're experienced enough or not, just start now. And again, like I said in my first episode of my vlog, that was the reason why I just started my vlog now, because I had been making excuses to begin with. But there's never going to be a perfect time, and if you keep waiting for this perfect moment to start, then you never will start. And one of the girls who spoke to us on the Turning Pro Masterclass, she said she applied for an Amazon fashion, a photography job working with Amazon Fashion, and I think she said that was her first client, so she didn't have any experience and her portfolio wasn't even that good, but yet she got the job, she got hired, even though her portfolio wasn't the best of all the people who applied. But they saw something in her and they liked her as a person and they could see potential. So despite not having the best of work, she put in for it and she got the job, and then obviously things took off and grew from there. So yeah, just start now and learn as you go. And another sort of quote from one of the speakers that I wrote down, because I thought it was really good, was don't be the person standing in your way. So as you go on and try and pursue a career in photography, there's going to be a lot of people standing in your way anyway, so you don't want to be one of them. So basically, don't tell yourself excuses and don't put yourself down, and you've just got to, again, just go for it and be strong and confident and just go for it no matter what. Don't be the person standing in your way, basically. And that's essentially it. There are a few other bits and pieces that I took down that I thought were interesting, but I don't want this video to go on for too long. But I am going to turn this into a written blog where I'll go into more detail about some of these points, so I'll link that in the description and check that out. My next video will be back to my usual kind of vlog, where I'm going to be, like I say, I have plans to make a change to my website. I want to go out and take some photos. There's lots of different things I want to do, so I'll be showing more of that in my future videos. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.